Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nathan Hamilton, a.k.a. Nady J, and here today with me in the Great Chaos Podcast, we have, as always, to my left this time,
I'm on the left today, Shawn Duke.
Shawn Duke, and over here on my right, sitting over there, sketching away on his pad, as always,
Jesse James.
Jesse James. All right. And gentlemen, we have a lot of big things that have been happening for us on Facebook and on YouTube and even on Twitter, as far as I've heard. Well, on Facebook, we have crossed over 4,000 likes. How the heck that happened, I don't know. Who sold their soul to the devil?
Jesse.
Dang it. Jesse, what did we tell you about that?
You and Faust been hanging out, huh?
I mean,
That's beside the point, and he kicked me out of his house last night, so I don't want to get into that one.
Did you try
What
to
did
play
you
his
do?
fiddle?
Hey,
I tried, but every time I went for it, he just threw me to the side.
he threw you to the side because he knew you could beat him in a fiddle contest.
Fiddle made of gold.
I couldn't even pick it up.
Oh,
That's the thing I didn't understand. Every time I went for it, that thing's heavy.
gosh, dude. I can only imagine. I mean,
If I could just pick it up, I could knock him out, I swear.
I know, right? I know.
I'd win. See? Fiddle contest. Bam. Fiddle battle. That's what
Fiddle battle.
Fiddle faddle battle.
Fiddle faddle battle. I can see that. Yes, fiddle faddle. Throwing fiddle faddle at each other.
Even if I could just pick up the little stick that you play the violin with. I'd
The
be
bow?
good. Yeah, the bow.
The gilded bow.
Heck yeah, I'd throw that at him.
Yeah.
Through the heart.
What have you done? You killed me. Oh.
Fatality.
Now it's time
Death
for a cake.
by bow. For all our listeners out there, we do have a little bit of a skit coming out soon. It's going to be animated, and it's going to have us as Mortal Kombat characters, as it were. Well, not Mortal Kombat characters, more in the style of Mortal Kombat. And
To go ahead and speak to what's been going on recently, too, you noticed as we changed to the left, we're now in Jesse's compound studio.
yes,
The Great Chaos Studio, I guess, as it may be.
yeah, as you can see on our picture that we will have up, if you can look past the speech bubbles and all that. But yeah, we're in the basement, as it were. We are in the studio that will be hopefully our home for the next little while.
And we've
That
been
is until
using-
Jesse gets tired of us and kicks us out.
Which will be never.
Ever.
Ever.
Never, ever getting back together.
No, never ever. Okay, but yeah, we've had a lot of activity on YouTube here as of recent. Actually, I looked, and instead of 160 subscribers, we're actually nearing 200.
Nearing 200 subscribers.
200 subscribers, and we have over 1,000 views. But for a lot of people who know YouTube, their views get weird whenever you hit 302. I know a lot of people. Yeah. Well, don't really know who to blame, but from what I hear, it's Google. But
love Google, though.
Oh, I still love Google. Yeah, it's just people make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
But I mean, not only are we on YouTube, of course, we're on iTunes as well for the
Yeah.
latest 3 casts.
Latest 3 casts, which we will be experiencing a slight delay with putting our new ones on there, because we still have to wait a little while before our time gets renewed.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as it's renewed, we will start putting stuff back on iTunes. I promise you that. Hand of God.
Panda Faith.
Hand of faith. Yes.
I like pandas.
Panda. Sneezing Panda.
Yeah.
Hand of non-denominational faith.
Now that we're apparently working with Uvu in a little video, they say Sneezing Panda is funny.
Which
I
it
like
is.
Theo.
It still is. I mean, honestly, that little thing has got a mighty sneeze. I mean, honestly, Mama Bear's just sitting there, just chewing away on the bamboo, and all of a sudden, little guy just lets out a heck of a gust. But yeah, we're doing video chats on Uvu now, which we will be posting. Our first one, which was more of a test than anything.
Test went well.
The test actually did go very well.
Very well.
We had Thomas Canada Vaccaro on there, and it seemed everything was going great. We had a little bit of trouble with the audio at first, but hey, that's why we have testing, right?
I can definitely foresee some more of those coming in our future.
Yeah,
It's a lot,
definitely.
you know, it's a
Especially
good
with
way to-
Canada, because Canada is so funny.
He's a funny guy.
He is. He's hilarious.
It's a good way to reach out to our viewers, though, too, and our listeners, I guess, as it would be. That way we can actually maybe hit them more on a personal level.
Yeah, they can actually see us and, and relate and all that crap and, all that fun jazz.
So, hey, that's a good plug. If you want to try to get on to the Great Chaos Podcast, just let us know something through our page on Facebook.
Yeah, page on Facebook or comment or comment on one of our YouTube videos. We'll constantly be checking on those. But as for right now, guys, I'm gonna change a little bit of the pace right now.
It's a whole new week.
Oh yeah, it is. It's a whole new month.
It is a whole new month.
It is a whole new
We got
month.
that Valentine's Day out of the way.
Yeah, Valentine's is out of the way, and
St. Patty, St.
St.
Patty, St.
Patrick's
Patty,
Day
St.
is-
oh
Patty,
gosh,
St. Patty, St.
Na-
Patty.
oh, you mean National Get Drunk Off Your Butt Day, even though you're not Irish Day?
I'm Irish. It don't
Just
matter.
I know
Irish.
you're Irish. I know you're Irish. You.
I'm not Irish, but I'll drink Jameson and
I'm
Guinness.
excited. The bars are all walking distance now.
Yes,
so
the
guess
bar.
what?
Yeah, they are.
Irish
walking
car
distance.
bombing it
Green
up
beer and
all
car
night.
bombs.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
green beers and
buddy.
car bombs. Yeah. Oh Lord,
There'll be enough
I'll be
car
the DD. I'll be the DD.
There'll
But
be
you
enough-
all have to get. But you all have to let me have an Irish Coke.
What's that?
An Irish Coke. It's a little bit of Jameson in the Coke.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Well, Jameson's actually Scottish, but hey, everyone's Irish on St. Patty's
I
Day.
don't know about whiskey and Coke like that, though. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, whiskey and Coke. Well, it's only a little
They do
bit.
Jack and Coke, I guess. But,
Well,
you know,
Jack and Coke, yeah.
I don't know they do rum and Coke all the time.
Well, and plus Irish cream. I mean, honestly, Irish cream
Bailey's.
and Coke.
Do you-
Bailey's Irish
you guys
cream
ever
and
see
Coke.
the old Greg skits?
Oh Lord, old Greg. Yeah, old.
Did you ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
Do you have a drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
I'm attached to your rod, mother liquor.
Oh Lord. Oh man.
Can we reenact some of those skits, please?
Yes,
I'm
I'd
old
be down
Greg.
for it. I'd be down for it. Old Greg, 2013.
Oh,
He's
it's
back.
Such back in the day YouTube stuff.
Yes, such back in the day. But let us save our viral video chats for
Another time.
later, for another time. You will see what this other time is. Trust us. But anyway,
You will laugh.
yes,
So,
it will be funny.
does
You
anybody have
dance.
anything they want to talk about that they did over the weekend? Specifics?
Special?
Special? Or that you've done in the week?
Can't remember.
You bought a Jeep.
I did buy a Jeep.
You
Yes.
did.
It's the Chaos Mobile.
The
It's
Chaos
blue.
Mobile. The blue Chaos Mobile.
The Epcotic Mobile.
The Epcotic.
Yes.
The Epcotic.
I haven't decided yet to put on the plates. I don't know if it's gonna be Chaos or Papa Smurf because one of my nicknames is Papa Smurf. I haven't decided because it is blue.
It's
and-
our
Yeah.
very own TARDIS. It's bigger.
The
on the
TARDIS.
inside.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think of that. Dude, that would be awesome. Like put some of the police box windows on the back of on the side of it on the back. Oh my gosh.
You can probably bet that license plate's already taken.
Duke, you are a genius.
Oh.
Shawn, you are a genius. I cannot
If
believe
it's
we didn't
not,
think
it's
of that.
mine.
Yes,
If it's not, it is mine.
TARDIS,
We can check on Virginia's website later.
You mean Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Oh yeah, you live in Tennessee. That's the thing about us living in a twin city, sister city. I
It's
forget
the
that you're on
twisted-
the Tennessee side.
twisted
Come on,
sister
Twisted
cities.
sister city. Come out
Twisted
and
transistor.
play.
Yeah. Twisted transistor. But
I win.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if TARDIS isn't available, we'll think of something.
We'll
Oh
figure
no! If
something out.
TARDIS ain't available, I'm gonna go with Papa Smurf.
Aw.
Okay. But hey, dude, you can still put the TARDIS stickers on the back of it.
Oh, heck yeah!
The police box windows and all that.
Well, I last night went to Carter Family Fold,
Yes.
which is the place where Johnny Cash used to play. They actually moved the sessions after 1927 from Bristol to there to keep country music alive in the area.
Yeah.
So it was just a very big place to go, very historic musical place to go to see some bands. I saw a band that was local to here called Folk Soul Revival. That
Yeah.
a lot of people were probably fans of and know. So packed house craziness, lots of people everywhere,
And Shawn got to use the urinal that almost all of them have peed in.
Yes.
including Johnny Cash.
Shawn
probably.
used the urinal that Johnny Cash did in fact do his business in.
That's so terrible.
What? Yeah,
But
honestly,
it makes you smile.
it does because you're like Johnny Cash was standing right where I'm at, and he was doing the exact same thing I was doing.
So amazing.
And debating on the time difference, it might have been the same time.
Could've
Yeah. Yeah, it could have
Ooh, I
been.
could have went through a trans paradox thing and been. I could have been Johnny Cash for 5 seconds.
Yeah. I hear the train a coming. It's coming round the bend.
Oh, whoa. Hey.
Whoa. Would you
Where
actually?
was I?
I think I would. Yeah, definitely felt some prison blues.
Oh, dude, I love Johnny Cash,
I
dude.
do.
But
Probably drinking
the Man in
coffee.
Black. And smoking big cigars. But I shot a man in Reno.
Just to watch him die. But we did that this week. I did. I also purchased tickets for the trio for us to go see Kevin Smith. And
Yes,
Jason
Kevin Smith.
Mewes, the Super Groovy cartoon movie in Atlanta on the opening night. So that should be fun. I guess we're going to be taking you guys on our first epic, Great Chaos road trip.
We get to be very
At that point in
epconic.
time.
The Epcot.
So,
Yes.
we get to try a little bit of mobile podcasting out on you.
And you will like it.
Yes, you will. And
Have you done anything funny, special over the last couple days?
well, let me tell you a funny thing that happened. I helped my mom move. I helped my mom and my stepdad move their laundry machines into their house. And while we were putting the dryer in there, we noticed something about the dryer hose, on the back,
vent.
where the vent goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out the stuff that goes through the wall was dry rotted. The tube that goes down to the vent on the outside
Mhm.
was completely dry rotted. It was an old plastic one. So we decided, you know what, we'll have to replace it. We go downstairs, and they fixed the downstairs in a way to where it's impossible to do anything. I mean, honestly, the space is so small, Jesse's leg couldn't fit in there.
For you guys have not seen the video and or pictures, Jesse's legs are really small.
He's a runner, but he's the smallest of the group. I mean, honestly, but it's impossible to get back there and do anything, and it kind of made me mad because we did all this work and nothing came of it because they couldn't use the laundry machines.
This makes me think about Rod Stewart again. Hot legs
Yes.
wearing me out. Sorry,
But it's okay, it's okay. But
Did you
we
find
had
anything in there?
what
Did you find anything other than lint in there?
other than lint? Well, we found a dead rat.
No, that's not cool.
No, it's not. That's why I didn't want to
I
mention
would have
it.
named it Skippy.
I figured you would have said socks that you've been missing for.
No, these are new laundry machines.
That's something that everybody ends up missing is socks for some
It's
reason.
always in the freaking washer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's the washer trolls.
you lose them somewhere.
yeah.
Like pillow pants. Well,
Yes.
they're in the freaking
Well,
washer.
you remember that episode of Rocko's Modern Life? The cripes. What is that? What they were called? The
Yeah,
guys
I
who
think
came
so.
out of the laundromat
Yeah.
and stuff. It's like, oh no, the cripes. I've heard of them. They steal your socks and hurt your clothes.
On South Park, it's the underwear gnomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Gnomes.
everybody's always taking something.
Well, but other than that, we turned on the washer. The washer and everything seemed fine. There was a leak in the hose in the back, and the bottom of the floor got covered in soapy water,
Mm-hmm.
and it leaked down into the basement on top of my amplifier, on top of my guitar amplifier, the one that I prize, man, my favorite one. It leaked right down on top of it.
Did you open it up and try to air dry it and not plug it into the wall at all, right?
Yeah, I did. I unplugged it. I turned everything upside down, and I dried it off, and
Yeah, fans blowing on it.
huh?
Fans blowing on it.
Yeah, dude, everything.
Does it work?
So far, yeah. It's
Good.
I tried it this morning before I left, and it still worked. But, whew.
There's an old cell phone trick they say when you drop your cell phone in water that you take it apart, including the battery cable
Yep.
and everything, and you put it in a bowl of white rice on a windowsill.
Yeah,
So it'll pull it out of it, pull the moisture out.
yeah.
It pulls it real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On the skin. What?
I guess it's one of those tricks of the trade from working in call center.
Yeah. Well,
This weekend's went by pretty quickly for me too, though, because I've had so much go on.
yeah.
We've been actually busy with the cast pretty much every day this week. We've actually done something pretty much every night, but two.
Yeah.
That's
Everything, something pertaining to it is, it's.
I hear an echo in the studio.
I do too.
Boom, 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 boom.
Bom, bom, bom. And tell me what you gonna do.
Fall through.
They're coming for That's Barbara.
Yeah,
Barbara Streisand. What?
It's like butter.
Time.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. It's like butter. Oh God.
Speaking of which, have y'all seen that there's a butter movie?
Yeah.
It's about sculpting butter.
It's about people who sculpt butter. Yeah, it's like a documentary or something.
And it's got like a bunch of A-star actors in it.
I saw it on Netflix the other day. I didn't watch it.
I didn't
but-
watch it yet either. I was thinking about it. I was just like, do I really want to sit through a movie about butter?
Yes.
Well, I told you guys in the Epic Mealtime last week they actually mixed butter and Jack Daniels together.
Butterscotch.
Yeah, they called it the butter shot.
Ugh.
I know.
It's just instant heart attack.
Harley said it tasted like popcorn in his grandpa's beard.
Harley. Lord. That guy was probably one of my heroes.
Yeah.
I honestly, he does not care. He just doesn't care.
We watched him twice in that video about high school gaming or whatever?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
high school video game high school.
Video game high school.
Yeah, video game high school.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't watched that, and if you're a video game fan, watch that movie on Netflix.
It's pretty funny.
It is. It's funny as can be.
It's pretty interesting the way they fit it all together
Yeah,
in a viral world.
yeah, and the second season's coming out this year, and I'm very happy about that because I'm just like, yes, another
Excited.
season.
All ready for this?
Well, actually, would he be in it?
don't know.
Probably he'll be seeking revenge or something. Either that, or he'll make like a cameo appearance, like the law is here for you. But then all of a sudden here'll come Brian D and just destroy him, and then Brian D will be like, "I did it! I'm the champ!
I got him again.
I'm
I
the
got
number
him
one in the
again."
school! I'm number one in the school!" But yeah, I'm wondering where they're gonna take it with the second season. I'm wondering, but
We were actually going to go see 21 and Over today and
Yeah.
see Mike Chang die again, probably.
Jeff Chang.
Or Jeff Chang. Why do I keep saying Mike Chang?
I don't know.
It sounds funnier.
Where do I get that from?
I have no idea. I guess you just really want a friend named Michael.
I want a friend named Mike Chang, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
I've got to see where that comes from because I know it's coming from somewhere. I had a friend
I
named
know,
Michael
it's-
growing up. I don't
well,
know.
it's familiarity, I guess.
Let's see what's up with that.
I don't know, but
But
yeah,
Jeff Chang.
yeah,
killed
but
Jeff Chang.
Jeff Chang. We were gonna go watch it, but we got caught up scarfing some sweet pizza.
I guess we got caught up in ourselves too, though. I mean, we were not only caught up in Pizza Hut, but I guess we were just caught up in ourselves and conversation and whatever.
Yeah, and we didn't notice that time had passed by, and our time to see the movie had passed, and
And
we
it
were
was
unable to go.
Way too late to. Well, it wasn't way too late, but it was just we were too far
Still
in
eating.
between the, I guess, showtimes.
Which I think it's kind of bad because 12:25 showing and then a 2:40 showing. I mean, honestly, how long is that movie? 2 hours or
It's probably not even 2 hours. It's probably only 88 minutes. It's probably only like right at
half an
90. It's
hour
probably
or
like an hour and a half.
hour and a half? Yeah,
And I don't see the point in them needing,
an extra hour to
an extra
friggin'
hour to clean the
recharge
theater.
Freaking yeah,
because I
doesn't
mean they're
make
not going to
sense.
need it.
no,
They're going to leave soda stains and popcorn on the floor anyway. What's it matter?
doesn't matter at all.
It takes like 10 minutes to come in and clear trash out.
Yeah, and
If that
then
much.
rewind, and you can rewind the film while you're doing that, and
Well,
that's
it's all digital now.
Oh,
You
oh
don't
yeah, it
have
is
to
digital.
rewind.
You see, why are you doing this to us, guys?
Yeah, 20 minutes I could have you another movie up.
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
most.
honestly, you're killing yourselves by not having that much business. But oh well.
Of course, they may not have that much business anyway. That may be why it's like that.
Exactly.
They're
all right.
and it is a Sunday. I guess they're trying to hit the after church crowd.
Yeah,
That gives them some time to go eat and
yeah,
get in there. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was poor planning on our part. Who knows?
I don't really
Most
know.
of the time when me and you go, we don't even look.
We don't plan
until-
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all just go to Pizza Hut and talk to Meggles, and then you're like, oh wait, this movie's playing. Let's go watch it.
Pretty much.
And if Megan's free, you're like, hey Meggles, want to come?
We try that. She never comes.
Well, she's always working.
Yeah.
She's- Maybe we should go back at 5 when she gets off. Of course, she was sick today.
Yeah.
So. Who knows?
Maybe she'll be feeling better.
Boobs.
Huh?
I said, who knows?
Who knows, indeed.
Number one class action fan.
Yes.
No.
She was our first fan.
She was our first podcast fan. She's pretty much the only one that knows. Well, she doesn't even really. She may not even be a fan. She probably doesn't even listen to this.
No, she's probably just like, oh, guys. Yeah, I listen to your podcast.
I hate
and in the
you.
back of her mind, not really. I hate you all so much.
Just give me a tip and walk away.
Yeah.
But we
Just
do
like-
have good fans, and we do have great friends, so it's fine.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
whatever.
And there are a lot, and we're international because we have Canada
In Canada.
in Canada.
But make sure you tell your friends because we want more friends.
Yes, we do.
And
We want
fans.
more friend. We want more friends. We want more We want more friends. We want more friends.
I know I have a little bit of a southern country dialect, and I'll go ahead and talk about something I saw last night.
I slip into it sometimes whenever I'm talking too fast. Whenever I'm talking too fast, it just slips in there, and I don't have any control over it.
Mine kind of slips in and out, but for the most part, I do have it.
Me, I don't know why I don't have it more often than not, because well, I'm from the South. I was raised around here all my life, but I guess it's because everyone in my dad's side of the family enunciates so well. I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, my Uncle Mike does. My grandfather did. My dad, he enunciates really well. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I enunciate so well.
But you definitely know you're in the South when you see a sign that says you can order chili with any order, or you can have
chili
it as a
with-
side as
yeah.
any order.
Yeah. And you know what? Another thing. Lord. There's a reason why they call this area the Bible Belt. It's because you cannot drive. This is actually. I've actually looked at the math of it. You cannot drive 20 miles in the south anywhere without seeing a church or remnants of a church.
Well, you see that everywhere. I mean, you see churches, you see banks.
Yeah.
There's so many banks around here; it's pitiful. And then there's so many car dealerships here.
Yeah.
Those are the three main things that you see: side lot car dealerships,
Yeah.
churches, and banks.
Yeah.
And it's just there everywhere. And then if it's not a bank, it is a credit union. You see credit
Yeah.
unions everywhere. So it's just one of those deals. You get everything down here.
Yeah.
And then I guess the fifth thing you want to talk about is restaurants.
Yeah.
So,
Mom and pop places.
everywhere.
Oh yeah. But you've been relatively quiet over there. Woohoo! That'll do.
It's because he's drawing.
That'll do, pig.
Drawing.
That'll do.
Drawing.
Oh Lord.
The marvelous Jesse James is working on his comic that he was upcoming to be releasing, hopefully soon.
You know what? Let me ask you all a question. DreamWorks. DreamWorks Animation. Let me ask you all. Let me ask you all about some of the movies that they've done. What do you think of Shrek?
The first one was hilarious.
Yeah.
First one was great.
What do you think about the second one?
After that, I was done.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the second one was okay, I guess.
How?
I know that's where
Dude,
Puss in
the
Boots
comedy
came in,
in the second one
No,
was nonstop.
Well, if you really want to break everything down, in all honesty, this is the truth, and I'm saying this from an animator point of view. If you watch the movies, you can tell the graphics. Oh my golly, I'll admit, you see a massive change from one to the last one.
Yeah.
They had more money and more budget.
Exactly.
Well,
and you also got to keep in mind, this is a Universal project, and they're trying to keep Shrek alive, or they were trying to keep Shrek alive because of Toy Story. See, Shrek was their first real big hit.
it was actually a lot bigger hit than Toy Story.
No, actually, it wasn't.
In terms of box office, yeah.
No,
because-
not even in terms of box
well,
office.
the first Shrek movie, 267 million in the U.S. The first Toy Story,
Which one came
191.
first out? Which one was
Toy
first?
Story,
My point
1995.
exactly. The reason Shrek came out as fast as it did was because Toy Story came out. See, they were nowhere near ready to bring out the first Shrek.
But Toy Story was Pixar.
Exactly. That's my point.
It's you see their competitors.
Right, but Shrek was in the 2000s, though.
Shrek
wasn't it?
Shrek was 2001.
So it's 6 years later.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my
but
point.
you see,
So-
in terms of sequels, Shrek 2 came out a lot sooner than Toy Story 2 did after Toy Story 1. Toy Story 2 took 4 years, where Shrek 2 only took 2 years.
But once again, look how much better Toy Story 2 was compared to their first movie. See, the second Shrek, they did it too fast. They were trying to beat them. But see, you also got to look how many movies Pixar threw out, okay? Look how many movies
I know
Pixar
they
threw
take
out
their time in
before.
a lot of the animation and the
That's
story
my point.
building.
If DreamWorks would step back and would have done the same thing, they possibly could have had something better with Shrek.
Well, I thought Shrek 2 was actually better than the first one because the first one had great writing and had great moments, with Eddie Murphy and Shrek and all this. But the second one, what it had that as well. It had the funny moments with Donkey and Puss in Boots and all that. But on top of that, it had the great fast action that I was expecting in the first one. You see, the only real action-oriented part of the first one was the dragon. And even then, and that was impressive for what they had. But you see, in the second Shrek movie, I found myself, more thoroughly entertained and laughing more at the physical comedy because they were able to pull it off more in the second one than in the first one with a bigger budget. Now, I'll agree, the first Shrek, gosh, now that I say it, I actually don't know. I think maybe it's a tie between the first two.
I still don't know how they got John Lithgow to do the voice
of Farquaad.
the king. Yeah, King
I have
Farquaad.
no idea either.
John Lithgow is the man.
Yeah, Lithgow.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see, but Toy
He's
Story 2.
testing us.
Well, Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, I also consider that a tie. And Toy Story 3, you see, but comparatively, I can see what you mean from Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3 versus Shrek 2 and Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third just didn't entertain me at all.
It's horrible.
I thought it was probably the worst Shrek movie I've seen.
Well, that's just that. All right.
It has its own spin-off now stuff too. There's
Yeah,
there's
Puss in
other-
Boots was okay.
Well, I mean, there's even another one that's on Netflix that I saw the other night that had something to do with Shrek.
Yeah.
It's like Shreksters or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't see
They're
that.
making short cartoons now, and the main reason for them doing the short cartoons is because of the cars. From Pixar. Pixar has
little
what they
cartoons.
call Cars Tunes.
Yeah, Cars tunes.
And but that's the kicker. I mean, me as a 3D animator, once again, if we go back to Shrek 1 and 2, I would say Shrek by far, the first one, has got Shrek 2 beat. And the only reason I say that, and that's only comparing them two. If I had to go through Toy Story and Shrek, oh, nah, dude.
Toy Story's.
Toy Story. I'd prefer Toy Story over everything.
DreamWorks in half.
Toy Story was my original, like one of my favorite movies, and then the second one and the third one came out, and it just kept adding
now,
to it.
if we go from like Shrek to How to Train Your Dragon,
ooh,
that's a different ball game.
How
Still
to Train
haven't
Your
seen How to Train
Dragon.
Your Dragon.
Oh, you'll have to see it. I got it. I got
Oh
it on
my
Blu-ray and DVD.
gosh.
I'll let you borrow the Blu-ray.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
How to
Especially
Train Your
with the
Dragon
TV,
is
yeah.
exceptional.
But that's the kicker. It comes back to your background knowledge. Are you going to see a film because you want to feel good about yourself? Do you want to see a film because it looks exciting? Are you seeing the film because of the technical aspect? It comes all down to that. So you're talking to a guy that's an animator.
Yeah.
So when you go looking at that and you're asking me my opinion, I'm going to rip that kind of movie in half.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's amazing or not.
To me, it's a guaranteed market. You know you're going to get some kind of market anyway when you go to do it because people are always trying to find things they can do with their kids.
Yeah.
And it's just a proven fact. There are people in America who have children. 90% of households have at least one child in it.
I've never been a fan of unnecessary sequels, and then a lot of these sequels I've seen are unnecessary. And they're like you said, they're trying to market those unnecessary sequels.
Well, I mean, not are they trying to market it? They're just trying to get more money out of it because
Yeah.
they know that you're going to bring your kids.
I know, and
that's what it is.
And I don't think that's what film is supposed to be about. I think film is supposed to be you put something out when it's ready and when it's polished to the point of where people will both be impressed and want to see it again versus, I don't want to ever see that again. And the next thing you know, the DVD sales stink. I mean, honestly, I want people who are going to watch it multiple times in the theaters because it thoroughly entertained them, and it also, it was enlightening in a lot of ways. That's what I saw in the first two Shrek films. You see, the first two Shrek films, they were thoroughly entertaining for me. I watched both of them multiple times in the theater. And then when they came out on DVD, I bought both of them.
Mhm. But it's getting to a point now to where everything, animated like that goes to 3D. And I'm going to make a quick point to this. Once you have so much of a family, that gets to an expense to where it's almost like a big thing to go back to the theater. Because it's, I don't know, I'll go ahead and say this. Here it's probably cheaper than it is in some other places. It's $10 a person roughly here.
Yeah.
So by the time you take a family of 3 to the theater, that's $30 for your movie ticket already.
Yeah.
And if you have a child with you, they're going to want popcorn, candy, whatever.
Yeah.
You're looking at another, probably $20 in refreshments and candies between the 3 of you. That's
Yeah.
$50 to go to the theater,
You see, that's,
if not more.
well, when
I
you
mean,
talk about that,
my brother
you're,
has 3 children.
well, when you're
That's a family
talking
of
about,
5.
yeah, when you're talking about that, you're talking about, the benefits and the disbenefits of a free market economy.
Mhm.
The amount of crap you can put out, that will sell tickets versus something that will actually do something. That's just like Kung Fu Panda 2. Kung Fu Panda 2, they took their time between Kung Fu Panda and Kung Fu Panda 2 to actually build a story, to get better with the animation and all that. And then, well, they released Kung Fu Panda 2. Oh, sorry, my mic went out there.
I was like,
Well,
where'd he go?
Yeah, well, Kung Fu Panda 2 came out the same exact weekend as The Hangover 2.
Yeah, they lost out.
Well, Hangover 2, I watched The Hangover 2 and it was the exact same movie as the first one. It's just they were in Bangkok. That's basically it.
And now the third one's coming out.
Yeah, the third
I
one's...
can't wait for that.
Yeah, I
It's gonna
can't...
be fun.
I'll go see it too. But, they released Kung Fu Panda at the wrong time. If it would have been released on its own weekend, where they had more time to market and everything, holy crap, it would have been monstrous. That's my only complaint.
Well, I mean, there's a complaint, but it's also something that works in their favor. Because, I mean, you have this movie that you can't take your kids to,
Yeah.
and this movie that you can take your kids to.
But you're cutting out a lot of the market by
Right.
releasing it with a already popular franchise.
That's true.
I mean, it's just like someone opening up a new show against Seinfeld or The Walking Dead.
That's not really an unnecessary market, though. That's more poor planning, or not an unnecessary sequel.
Well, you're cutting out part of the market
Right.
the first weekend, where a lot of movies make their money.
This kind of goes back to something we were talking about at lunch, too. We were talking about, guaranteed sequels, but unnecessary sequels.
Yeah.
Like guaranteed ticket sales. We were talking about The Hobbit at lunch.
Yeah,
just
The
to go ahead
Hobbit,
and fill you in. Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey.
Yeah, the
whatever
first,
it's called.
The Hobbit Part 1.
The very first part of it that just came out. That's one book that they're making multiple movies out of. They made one movie per one book of the other 3. There's no point to split one book up into 2 other than the fact that you just want to make more money off of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're going to. They're going to make millions off of it.
Yeah, because people are going to come and see it.
And it's an unnecessary sequel.
Yeah,
They should have just made one.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. There's certain degrees of necessity. Like, for instance, one movie that I was very angry that they didn't make a sequel on, but I think it was because of, certain things. It was, crap. Here I had it in my head, now it's gone.
I don't know that movie crap.
Days
I
of
know.
Thunder.
Exist?
Huh?
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder? No. It was,
I'm just going to start saying random things till you figure it out.
Top Gun.
no. Stop, please, guys, please.
I can't say Roadhouse because they made the sequel to Roadhouse.
They made 2 sequels.
Exactly.
2 crappy sequels.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roundhouse kick to the head. It's like, Roadhouse.
Planet Terror.
Well, actually, I would have liked to have seen Grindhouse Part 2. I would like to have seen...
I
Well,
love to see a sequel to Planet Terror.
See,
Planet...
I still haven't seen Machete, which is actually a grindhouse.
Well, they are
Yeah.
making a sequel to it. They are
I haven't
making...
even seen the first one.
Oh, the first one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I
Yeah.
laughed the whole time through. I don't know why I didn't buy it, but I watched it.
Adolf Hitler's werewolf woman in the SS.
I want to see that. Why doesn't Rob Zombie make that movie? Why doesn't he? I mean, honestly, I mean...
I remember going to see that in theaters when I saw Grindhouse, like for both of the actual features,
Yes.
and seeing those fake trailers going, this is amazing.
Yes. I liked Don't. Remember?
Mhm.
Don't
Don't.
go in the house. Don't unlock the door.
And they
don't,
had all those
don't.
cheesy, fake, like 70s graphics.
Yeah, yeah.
For the movies. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
like,
like this film is rated
na,
R.
Yeah, and also they had the film grain. Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez said that they both did that. They like threw the film, the final print of the film, like rubbed it through sand in certain places and roughed it up a little bit. They intentionally cut pieces out and put cigarette burns. The little circles up in the corner, the cigarette burns. They did that to add to the the grindhouseness.
So amazing.
And it's they put their heart and souls into that project, and to me, I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was awesome, and I wish they'd probably re-release it. And like they did Rocky Horror Picture Show. They re-released Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it still fills up countless theaters.
Pretty much each Halloween they do something like that.
Unless you're in Florida. If you're in Florida, they do it like once a month in a theater at Universal Studios. No joke, live cast, everything. It is so amazing. Like, that's one of the biggest reasons I love working Halloween Horror Nights. Bam, I get to see that every year. Booyah.
But it's just back to the primary topic. Unnecessary sequels, like when I heard that,
Did you ever think of the movie?
No, still, I'll think of it later and I'll smack myself for it, or I'll probably have you smack me. I don't know.
Sweet.
Okay, but but anyway, back to the topic of unnecessary sequels.
We had a topic.
Like, yes.
What was it?
Like, for instance, huh?
It was The Color Red, wasn't it?
I wish.
Lady in red. Put on your red shoes and dance.
Well, Shawn, you're the only one wearing red.
Okay.
Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light.
Don't stand so close to me.
It's not Roxanne.
No, it's not Roxanne, but that's the police.
It's still
That's
the police.
Sting and the police.
Shawn,
you
how does it
moron.
go? She was a woman. You know what I'm talking about? What is that from? Oh, my wife is an ex
My ex-murderer.
So I married an ex-murderer.
Yeah. How's that?
Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
I can't remember either, but
But I just remember it. Yeah. She was a woman.
She was a loving. And I don't remember the rest of it, but Mike Myers.
Whoa.
My favorite part of that movie is where his dad's singing
She
Bay
broke
City.
my heart.
My favorite part of that is where his dad's singing Bay City Rollers.
Which is him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Lord. But
See, he was already doing split comedy. He's already splitting himself up before he even did.
before he even did
Before he
Austin
did
Powers.
Austin Powers. I love those dark comedies of that age too, because I mean, not only did I like So I Married an Ex-Murderer, I loved Goldie Hawn's Death Becomes Her.
Yes, I like that
Hawn,
too.
Bruce
And Meryl
Willis,
Streep.
Meryl Streep. Oh, so amazing. I
Yeah.
remember the cover of that had like the hole through Goldie Hawn, and you could like see
Yeah,
through her.
yeah,
So good.
dude, the special effects in that movie were so awesome.
So ahead of their time.
yeah, like
Well, it
remember
was the same thing with Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. Me and Hope got done watching it the other night because
Did you
she's like,
rewatch it?
yeah, we rewatched it. And she's never seen it, and she was
I'm
like,
sure that was fun.
yeah, no,
Delightful
it was.
cheese.
It was really funny because she's like, this is really corny. I'm like, Hope, it gets better. I promise, it gets better. Because you know how all the horror films back then started off like uber corny, like, hey, we're all driving down the road, so let's start singing.
So
There's
your
no
sister was
radio.
in
Yeah,
when she was in
yeah,
every week? Okay.
yeah. So here we are. We're watching this, and it's going through, and she goes, oh, this is so corny. Can we just turn it? Then I showed her the Red Band trailer for the new movie. And she goes, is that what we're watching? I'm like, this is the original version. So she's just like, okay, yeah, let's finish watching this then.
okay.
So we start watching it, and then you get to that first, spoiler alert if y'all haven't seen it. We get to that first incident where she starts getting possessed and freaked out, and trees are moving, da-da-da-da.
Oh Lord.
And
Oh,
then
Lord.
she's just like, what happened to her eyes? What the hell? They really thought this movie through.
I cannot wait for Evil Dead remake.
I can't either.
But
that's
man,
that's
midnight-
April as well.
man,
It's like
when they
April
did
4th,
that
April
pencil
5th.
stab,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, even though I've seen it, it still made me kind of like twitch in my seat, especially when it wasn't just like in there. She was grinding that thing.
I cannot wait.
Moving that thing around in her ankle. It's just like, I don't know if I should laugh, cheer, or throw up.
April 5th is when it
April
comes
5th,
out.
Yeah. And if you've not seen the Red Band trailer to Evil Dead, definitely go
Yes.
watch the
If
remake.
if you are over 18,
Yeah.
we don't want to suggest it for kids.
No,
it's
no.
not for kids. But if you are of age and you have a strong stomach and you like that, just remember.
And make sure you find the Red Band trailer
Yes.
to understand what we're talking about, because there is a difference between the Red Band trailer, which is not rated, and the one that they're showing in theaters.
The Green Band trailer,
Yeah.
which doesn't really show anything. It gives you a good synopsis of the story, but still, the Red Band trailer I think that would have been the trailer Sam Raimi would have approved, hand over fist.
I'm just so glad that Sam and Bruce have went ahead and given the approval on this, because looks amazing.
And you see that again.
Is he a part? He's doing some of it.
Yeah, he winked at the camera whenever they said, "Bruce, are you going to be in this movie?" He's like, and he like puts his sunglasses down and he goes, "We'll see." Wink, wink. And you see, again, this ties back into unnecessary sequels, and in this case, an unnecessary remake. But I think if it's done right,
have fun with it.
I don't think it's unnecessary.
Well,
This is for the new time rage. I mean,
It
look at like for instance when they redid Jason. Oh my God! I think they did a fantastic job with it. I mean, there's some things I would have done a little different because it is a horror film.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they wanted to keep it with the Jason.
The new Friday the 13th was really good. It was
Yeah,
done really well.
because
And then what about
it
what
actually
was the
showed
other
Jason
one?
running.
New Nightmare.
Halloween.
The new Rob Zombie one,
Rob
the
Zombie
first
The first
yeah.
one's great.
The
Yeah.
first one's
The
great.
second one's horrible.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
And then we also see the new remake of My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, dude, that one
You
was
saw it, I
actually
didn't
pretty
see
good.
You came.
That was actually
No, I
pretty
didn't
well
go.
thought out.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Dude,
'Cause it
that.
was like me, Joe.
Yeah, I didn't get to go.
Aw.
So it was Coop that went.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well,
Okay.
dude,
Yeah.
the My Bloody Valentine
haven't
remake
seen
was
the
actually
remake.
pretty well thought
Whoa.
out,
Yeah,
and it
I
had
hear
Jensen
it's very well
Ackles.
thought out.
Oh, it was very well done, and
It's so funny that Jensen Ackles is in that,
Exactly.
and then
Yeah.
Padalecki's in the
It's
other
the other
one.
one.
Yeah, Padalecki
Oh, I
said
love
Friday
it.
the
Friday the
13th.
It's like all right, we both signed on for these horror films. Let's go and see who could do it better.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I think he did a better job in My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine?
My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, I think
really
so
think.
too.
Is the
Okay.
remake "Do I Spit on Your Grave" better than the first one? Because the first one's hard to watch.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Mm.
I haven't seen I Spit on Your Grave.
You haven't seen the first one or the remake?
I haven't seen either of them.
You need to see the original. And
The
then if you
original's
can, you
on
watch the-
Netflix, but
Oh Lord.
make sure that you're not in a good mood when you go to watch this, because it will drag you down. Seriously,
Oh, just
It's-
like
it's
Drag
like-
Me to Hell.
it's like Requiem for a Dream. If you've ever seen Requiem for a Dream,
Oh
that
Lord,
movie
dude,
makes
really?
you feel so horrible.
Really?
watching it. Yeah, it drags you down that.
Oh
far.
my gosh, Requiem made me depressed for about half a year, dude.
Yeah, I have to make sure that I'm depressed before I watch Requiem for a Dream,
Oh my gosh, Requiem. Oh my gosh.
because then it makes me feel better about myself.
Not even
But it-
Jennifer Connelly nudity.
It makes
Jennifer
me feel
Connelly's
better about
nudity could
myself.
save me from being depressed.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream, Jesse?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Lord. Darren Aronofsky. I mean, honestly, that guy's a great director.
It so drug me down.
Yeah.
Um,
Well.
Drag me down.
Yeah. Well. Oh,
but I don't know. I think that there is a point to be made when they're remaking The Evil Dead, though, because they're gonna make it. They're not gonna make it better, but they're gonna show what you can do now with a bigger budget and with better,
Well.
I'm really hoping though, like I was telling Nathan the other day. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go on.
you.
Go on.
I'm really hoping they kind of keep remaking them. I really want to see an Evil Dead 2 and the Army of Darkness with the same,
People.
the comedy kind of
Well-
aspect to it,
well,
because
It all
like,
depends
the
on
first-
if.
the first one started off like scary. It was supposed to be
Well-
creepy, and then they realized, hey, we could really do some
You can make
goofing
some shtick.
off.
Well, yeah. They got more funny as they went along.
I don't
Because
think
Evil
it'll be
Dead 2, I
them.
remember laughing at Evil Dead 2 because of the hand
Mhm.
in the wall.
I don't think they'll be playing off of this one. I don't think it'll
Well-
be the filmmakers of this one playing off to go to 2, though.
Well, the
because
second
they're
one.
making it be so scary.
Well, this one.
Well, the
I
first
think.
one was supposed to be scary.
Well,
though.
the first one was
That's
supposed
what
to
I'm
be
saying. I
scary.
don't
Yeah.
think it'll be the
And-
same people if they
Oh.
go into the second
Well,
one.
if they go into
Okay,
the second
I
one,
gotcha.
the person who plays like the Ash-ish character, the guy I've seen in the trailer with the chainsaw,
Mhm.
yeah.
Shiloh Fernandez, which he kind of looks like Bruce Campbell, and if they continue the story with him,
Mhm.
then I can see them making like an Evil Dead 2, but having it like a continuation of Evil Dead 1
Right.
instead of because in Evil Dead 2, for those of you who haven't seen the original Evil Dead 2, Ash comes back to the cabin again for no odd reason.
It's a different cabin, though.
Well, actually,
It's supposed to be the same cabin.
it's supposed to
but
be the
it's-
same
it's-
cabin, yeah, but
But
you
not
know.
the same shot.
yeah,
pattern.
but not the same one that. But why would he bring her back there if he went through all that crap in the first one?
Because you want to get rid of her.
'cause Evil Dead 2
Yeah,
is filmed in
probably
North Carolina.
Linda. It was Linda in the second one,
I
but
don't like you. This is how I get rid of my girlfriend.
it's
gonna
just the
bring
second
you right
time he
back
came
here.
back. I don't think he counted on him losing his hand, and that's when he went crazy.
I don't like going camping.
I swallow your soul. I swallow your soul.
But all these, while we're talking about horror films though and things of that matter, all these remakes and or prequels that they're making to Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Oh,
why?
Because they're trying to do a Jason on it.
Well,
I guess
you see,
yeah, the one they made in '99, the
It is
most
the one with
recent
Jessica
the
Biel.
one with Jessica Biel is it's good.
It's
good.
decent.
It's very decent.
I
It's-
liked it a
it's
lot.
better than TCM 90 with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, by far.
Definitely.
I
Matthew
consider it probably the
McConaughey.
second best one. I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
I
it's
can.
definitely second best
Nothing can touch the first one in turn, but because you see,
because of shock value.
well,
and all
shock value and all that. Did you know that Toby Hooper the guy, Toby Hooper, he actually originally had the idea that it was more campy horror. He wanted campy horror in there with it. It's just that didn't transfer through when the film was released. Because you see what we
It
saw
is
as
kinda campy.
well, what we saw
when you
as
think about
true
it.
shock value, he saw it as slightly campy.
Mhm.
And he thought, that people caught that, and that's why it was so popular. But he tried to go more campy with the sequel, and it didn't do so good.
You know that there's actually a blade on that chainsaw on the end of the first one, right?
Yeah, I know,
It's so scary. He's swinging that thing around. It's
Yeah.
real.
I mean honestly, he loses grip with one hand. There goes his arm.
Yeah.
There goes his other arm. I mean honestly, the
I would
I
at
s-
least find a place that could do decent with rubber chains
huh.
and stuck it on there.
They didn't though.
I
No.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Well-
if it was me and I really wanted that effect, nah.
I guess you
Well,
gotta think about budget.
Texas-
too,
well-
you know.
Well,
Well-
even with budget, that's when I'd sit down and make my own rubberized kit.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't want to stick anybody.
Texas. Well, the new Texas
I think he
Chainsaw
did it on
3D.
purpose.
In. You think?
I really think that he wanted it to be that scary.
Well, Texas Chainsaw 3D,
I
the
haven't seen.
newest one. Oh
I've
my
seen it.
gosh.
Bad.
Oh,
I wanted to go see it.
horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
I-
I know the
personally-
beginning was horrible.
Well,
I saw the beginning.
Texas Chainsaw the beginning. Yeah,
Mhm.
that one was bad. I wish
actually-
they would have never made that one.
I actually saw that in a theater where they oversold it, and I had to sit in the floor to watch it.
Oh Lord.
It was terrible.
How do you oversell that? I mean,
I guess you just
People like
not
the
paying
first one.
attention to the numbers.
I guess you just weren't paying attention to the people, the amount of tickets
Well-
you sold to the theater, or I just didn't see an open seat because it was
Well-
already playing when I walked in. You
Well,
know, maybe.
dude, the new Texas Chainsaw 3D, they do the beginning. I cannot stress this enough. The beginning of it, it's set right after the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, the one from 1978.
yeah.
It's, and they have everything set up originally, just like it was in that movie. I mean, honestly, the same 18-wheeler. I mean, everything's the same. The red 18-wheeler that
Mhm.
killed the
Linda or whatever her name was.
the brother, the one that was chasing her out. You know, the one that was chasing the girl out in the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, the guy that was chasing her. The girl who got away.
Leatherface?
No, Leatherface was also chasing her, but someone else was chasing her, one of the family members.
I forgot.
Anyway, it shows everything as it was at the end of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, and you know everything, and you know there's the red 18-wheeler at the end of the movie and all of a sudden here come the cop cars to the house and all this.
So wait, this is supposed to be set in the 70s?
Yeah, it's set.
Okay.
The first
See,
part
I
of
didn't
it's
see
set in
that.
the 70s, and
I thought that it was all set in modern time because
Well-
it was like the.
well, we'll get to that, but
Oh,
you know it's set there, and all of a sudden you see the cop cars pull up and all this, and you know the sheriff comes, and then after that come some of the townspeople, and the townspeople are wanting to burn the house down, and the people in the house, they're you know the family along with Leatherface, they're sitting there and they're contemplating, you know, giving up, and the father of the family's like, we want to speak to a lawyer and all this, and
okay, that sounds horrible.
yeah, I know, and and truth be told, I would have liked it better, you know, if they would have just gone full out, you know, like screw y'all, and just started shooting and all this, and then Leatherface hides in the basement, and you know something happens, and they they had the setup in the beginning so good that I was so excited because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect them to do that in the beginning.
Gutter.
Yeah, they had it set up so perfect in the beginning, and then it just went off the crap cliff.
This makes me think about when I was in college. I actually took a classic horror films class in college that involved me doing basically just this.
Yeah.
Like, we would go and we would watch the film. They'd have popcorn waiting on us while we were there. We'd watch it, and then we'd talk about it afterwards. And it was just so amazing. The first day we walk in, we're watching the original 60s Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
We watched Night of the Living
Romero.
Dead. We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We watched the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh my gosh.
The first Friday the 13th.
Classics.
The first Halloween.
Classics.
We watched Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, which was the first NC-17 rated film.
Yeah.
With Michael Rooker playing
Yeah.
Henry Lee Lucas.
Henry Lee Lucas. Yeah.
Killer of Scott County. Yeah. So
Most prolific killer in American history.
and it's not very far from where we're located.
No, it's not. He was born in Virginia.
So
Did a lot of
those-
his killings in Virginia
those
too.
are pretty much. I think those are the ones we watched. I'm not sure if there was. We watched the original Exorcist. Of course.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Y'all just had a full vault of great ones.
yeah, and it was really good to do, but it was just so funny though that like there was 9/10 guys probably in this class, and then there were a few girls in it too. But most of the girls hadn't either seen the movies or were just really scared and took it because
Lord.
they thought it was like an easy class to take. And
Easy class.
I'm sitting in the back laughing. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
Best class ever.
Yeah, best
It
class
was
ever.
amazing.
Yeah, you get to hang out with the guys and see the girls squirm. That's like it's like
It's like high school all over again.
That's just
It's pretty
well. It's just
funny.
like the turning of the coin. Instead of guys going to watch Twilight, being forced to go watch Twilight and being in horror of watching the Twilight movies. Instead, these girls come to this class not expecting the horror of watching an actual good horror movie.
It was so amazing. The one terrible thing we did watch, I just remember we watched the Japanese version of The Ring. We watched Ringu.
Ringu?
Yo.
Yeah, and then that, like, the movie itself for what it is was really good, but just the subject is terrible to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, the animation and the way that was done and the actual
Well, they did it
makeup
without
work
pretty much without a budget.
was really good. I mean, it was really good for what they had, but just the premise to the movie to me is terrible. So,
Well, the Ring itself, dude. The setup itself is, it's just supernatural, and supernatural. If you don't do it the right way, people often scoff at it.
mhm.
You have to, relate something in the real world to it.
And that movie spun off some terrible sequels too.
Oh gosh, the original Ring I like pretty good. The second one, Ring 2,
And when we say original, we talking about Ring or Ringu?
Well, I watched the American version of Ring first. I knew that Ringu existed, but I didn't watch it until about a year after I saw the original Ring. And I guess you can call it first exposure. But me, in terms of budget and what they had to work with, and how they altered the story to work in an American setting, I thought it worked. I thought it worked.
It did work.
Yeah, and then
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Woo.
Naomi Watts.
Wait, that's a Grudge that Sarah Michelle Gellar was.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting all this crap mixed
It was
up,
Naomi Watts. I don't know why Naomi Watts is so good at playing Americans. What is it with Australians? I mean, honestly, Australians play better Americans than Americans. Is what it looks like.
Nick Hogan?
Huh?
Nick Hogan?
What?
Nick Hogan.
Who?
Crocodile Dundee?
Nah.
You want to talk about Australians?
You mean Paul Hogan?
Paul Hogan. Nick Hogan.
No,
Mick.
Paul Hogan. No, he played a typical Australian. The prototypical
That's not
Australian.
life.
Tough,
This is
tough, gruff. Nature bound. But what I'm talking about is that's just like gosh, what's the Hemsworth brothers, Chris and Liam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, they're like two of the biggest actors in the U.S., but they're not American. They're Australian. It's like this is what Americans should look like and
Right.
should act like.
Well, I mean, even with one of the biggest TV craze that's going on right now, Walking Dead. Those guys, a lot of those people are English.
See who all in it is. I know Andrew Lincoln is.
Mhm.
Andrew Lincoln, he's from England. Let's see who
Norman
else?
Reedus is not from America either.
No, he's born
Daryl?
in Florida.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was. I figured he was Irish.
Floridian.
You think that because of the Boondock Saints?
He's better. He's better in Boondock Saints.
Oh God!
All right, we just lost like 2,000 likes on that
Oh
comment.
no! No!
Like Fail Pone.
We like both of them. I like
We
both
just
of them.
nuclear blasted ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, I could hear the alarm in the background going off. Like, no, don't go there. Oh, too late.
I mean, I love Walking Dead. Don't get me wrong.
I love Walking Dead as
like
well.
Norman Reedus better, and yeah,
It's your personal preference.
It is.
You're entitled to it.
because I guess more me from the comic series. Daryl's not as big as character. In the
No, he's
comic
not.
series.
He's non-existent
Yeah.
in the comics for the most part.
Yeah, so
And I'm glad they kept him in there because he's a great character on the TV show.
he does deserve more face time. He really does.
Yeah. And okay, but one TV show that's set in the South that has almost nothing but British and
Catfish?
Australians on it, True Blood.
Oh God.
No, I watched
God.
I watched 2 seasons of True Blood. I watched the 2nd season and the 3rd season. And after that I stopped because I realized, the series, I like it. It's okay. It's vampires. It's a little more, well, it's a little too far out of my taste, I guess. But I looked and I saw Stephen Moyer, friggin' Ryan Quintan, all the biggest actors on there, more than the majority of the cast. Like I'd say around 3/4 of the cast
Mm-hmm.
is nothing but Australians and English.
Well, they've taken 2 of my favorite shows and they've U.S. modernized both of them. I mean, they did it with Top Gear. I know that.
Oh
you know
yeah,
this.
Top Gear.
I like the British version better. Still a lot better. I watch it like every week that it's on. But they also did it with Being Human.
Oh yeah,
Which they've also added new Being Human, U.S. ones to Netflix recently.
yeah.
But I far better like the British version for some reason.
Well,
I do too.
the British copy American TV shows as well. I mean, it's just that's the thing. I see this a lot. We take a show from the UK. Oh, we're stealing from the UK. And then the UK takes a show from us, and the UK, and all of a sudden it's like the UK are taking a risk by taking a successful American TV show. And when it sucks, all of a sudden they say, "Oh, it was bad because the American counterpart's bad." But the American counterpart's actually pretty good in real life. But it's like a double standard that exists in entertainment. It's just like, oh, British and Australians can come to America and play Americans, but try having an American play a British person in a movie, and all of a sudden it's a worldwide travesty. That's just
Sherlock
like Renee.
Holmes?
Huh? Oh
Sherlock
no.
Holmes.
Well, Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, there were people causing a lot of ruckus over Robert Downey Jr. playing Sherlock Holmes. Same thing
and
with
Guy
Renee
Ritchie.
Zellweger when she played Bridget Jones in Bridget Jones's Diary, because they're like, it has to be a
English.
British person. If it's not a British person, then it's not worth it in the end.
It has to be a ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not a
Doctor
ginger?
Who another Doctor Who reference for those of you, for those Who fans out there. But you see, but that's the double standard that exists in a lot in entertainment nowadays. It's like, anyone can play an American, but an American can't play anyone else,
Mhm.
and it kind of makes me mad.
It's like a minority of a minority,
Yeah, and
somewhat.
it makes me mad to see that, because who's to say that it's just like, honestly, Batman is an American character. Batman is American.
Christian Bale's
yeah.
not American.
No, Christian Bale is English. He's English. And you see, I can understand, because Christopher Nolan, he's British American and all this, them hiring Christian Bale. But,
Is that why he talks like,
I'm going to get you.
well, I wish they would have they should, if
He
they
even
would have
talked like
gotten a
that on
different
Terminator.
actor, if they wouldn't have gotten
Yeah,
a
he
different
did.
actor, well, that's just like, a British Englishman can play Batman, but yet an American can't play a British politician,
Mhm.
which is bullcrap. I mean, honestly, they said the same thing when Meryl Streep tried to play Margaret Thatcher.
Right.
Meryl Streep's a great actress. She's probably one of the best actresses ever. But
You
yet,
pulled it
because
off
but-
closer than anybody else would have.
yeah, but because she's American, oh no, she can't play a British part. It has to be a British person. No, and all that. And it makes me mad to see that. I mean, it's a double standard, and it's bullcrap.
I do think we're safe to say that there's probably 2 British shows that they're not going to pull into the American realm. They're not going to pull Doctor Who into
Oh
America.
no, they can't do that.
And another one I liked was Peep Show.
Peep Show.
I love Peep Show for some
Well,
reason.
They tried the Graham Norton show here in the U.S. I mean, they even brought Graham Norton over.
Mhm.
They had tried it on
they
Comedy
brought
Central.
Wilford here.
Oh, Wilfred
Wilfred.
actually works.
Wilford does work here. I think it works a little better here.
Because, well, I like it because they got the original actor that played
Mhm.
Wilfred in the Australian version to come here and play. It's like, you see what I'm doing now? I'm stiffing my balls.
I did not think though that it would be. I didn't. Oh God, I've forgotten the lead character's name. Like name. He's the guy that plays in Lord of the Rings.
Elijah Wood?
Elijah Wood. I at first thought that it was going to be horrible with Elijah Wood, but I was very wrong.
Oh,
Elijah Wood does
Elijah
very well
Wood's
in it.
great.
Yeah, he's very good in it. I originally thought it was going to be horrible with him in it, but he's very good in it. So
Oh, there's just like Sons of Anarchy. Charlie Hunnam, who plays Jax. He's British.
Green Street Hooligans.
Yes,
British,
Green
yeah.
Street Hooligans, which I love that movie with Elijah Wood.
The second of that one is horrible though.
Yes.
Unnecessary sequels.
Unnecessary sequel, yet again. But, Charlie Hunnam, he can come over here and play an American.
Yeah.
But no, still no American playing a British person. No. No, it's not. It won't work. I'm sorry.
I guess that's what we can name this podcast. The British are coming.
Forget the Saints. The British are
Are
coming. The British are coming.
Just like 1776. Just like 1776, except they're coming. I can't say that because we're trying to keep this clean.
Have you seen those commercials where it's like it's happier than Paul Revere with a cell phone?
Oh, Lord. Paul Revere. You know what? That gets me another thing, too. Paul Revere. Yeah, Paul Revere. He's the one who's revered as the hero of the American Revolution because, supposedly he went around everywhere yelling, "The British are coming! The British are coming!"
He never did it.
No, he did ride, but he rode from Boston to Cambridge. That's it. I mean, honestly, the true hero who rode to warn the leaders in Philadelphia, Israel Bissell. And the only reason he's not remembered is because he's Jewish.
It's one if by land and two if by sea.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, honestly, there were multiple riders that night, but it's only because of Paul Revere's name. Like, that's where the term "I revere this person" comes from.
Excuse me.
That's it. I mean, American history is a facade in a lot of ways. I mean, that's just like we turn our I mean, honestly, let me ask. Well, that's history as it is. I mean, do you really think Achilles looked like Brad Pitt?
No,
Why did Brad
No.
Pitt play him in Troy?
because it's money.
Because it's casting. We cast our heroes. We cast them. We always have them. We always will.
I've never been cast as a hero.
He
Of
who
course
cast the
not.
first stone.
Oh, I am? Huh. No
That's
wonder
just-
I'm not
well-
a hero. I'm the guy that gets freaking killed in the first 2 seconds.
Oh Lord.
You're throwing rocks in glass houses.
Well, wait a minute.
I'll
That
fall through the
depends.
floor
That
then.
wait. That depends, man. That depends. A man in a glass house shouldn't throw rocks, but that's an optional thing. What if you are trapped in a glass house and you have a rock?
Man, let me get my tool. Man, it
Well,
ain't a tool. What is it? A brick.
No. Ask yourself that question. A man in a glass house shouldn't throw stones, but what if you are trapped in a glass house and you have a stone? What are you going to do?
What if it's a bulletproof glass?
Still, I'm going to throw the rock at it to try and get out if I'm
Wait.
trapped in there.
Is this stone Emma Stone? Because I know what I'm going to do in a glass house with Emma Stone.
I know you're gonna have tea and crumpets. Oh, you sick man! You're sick man, Sean Duke.
Glass or not.
You'll pitch a tent with your clothes. I can't believe I just said that. Oh Lord! But anyway.
What about Rose's stone?
Oh well. Rose Byrne. Oh Lord.
Rose red? Anyway.
Stephen King.
Lady in red.
Here we
Back
are
to that
again, Back
again.
to red.
Back to that again. Here we are, back at the beginning of where we were. Oh man, this has been a fun one.
This is very fun.
Yeah, this is cool.
Randimnity.
Rejuvenate. What?
We're probably
Rejuvenate.
over our tried to be 30-minute time limit.
Well,
too.
Yeah, we're over. We're out of the park.
We're out of the park. We're at least over an hour, but
Are we?
I think so. Well, we've been doing this for a while.
I guess it's what happens when you get to talking and having fun.
Yeah,
So-
dude. I mean, honestly, dude, it's already 4:00.
Yep.
Wow. 420. Anyway.
Full 20.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, we're not saying that because of that reference. That's when we're actually going to see Kevin Smith.
Yeah, that's
is
when we're going to go
420,
see.
So we'll just go
Yeah,
ahead and get
in
that
GA.
out there. Hotlanta, A-Town.
I wonder
Hot
if him and
Atlanta
Muse
is
will
the place to
light it up on stage.
No.
Well, okay.
It's not
No.
legal in Canada. It's not legal in Canada.
It's not legal
It's
in
not
any
legal.
state.
Well, it
legal
is
in
in
Colorado.
it is in Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado's actually left recession because they made it legal.
Mm-hmm. They've changed their state name too. They're now the highest state in the union.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh.
But they have made it legal. But they have
I'm
made
like,
it legal.
I'm like, no.
I'm like, let's go.
But they
I
have-
don't smoke.
but they
let's
have
go.
made it legal there.
They have made it legal there though. He actually just did another podcast there that was like the Up in Smoke tour. Or something.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
Really?
Well, dude, if he
Really?
has a medical marijuana card from another state, then he can toke up if he wants. Him and Muse both.
Muse is completely clean and
Yeah,
sober
he's
now.
clean.
Completely clean.
Well.
Nothing.
That's why they made that reference in Clerks too.
Well, oh yeah, him having the token,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so funny though that Muse is completely clean now. That Kevin's a big weed head.
Well, I think it was because Muse, he has an addictive personality, and
Mhm.
weed leads to cocaine leads to heroin, and heroin leads to rocks.
Yeah. Leads to woofing.
Wolfing. I don't wolf.
Double Dutch rudder.
That has nothing to do with woofing.
I know. I'm just saying something stupid. Kevin Smith reference that
I'm
featured
not
Jason
gonna,
Muse.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna go ahead.
See,
I'm not gonna explain
look at that.
woofing
Look at
either.
that. Double Dutch rudder. What are we doing? I'm not touching you. You're not touching me. We're just two guys standing here.
We're having fun.
We're having fun. See,
We're having fun. See?
See? Nothing gay here, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Seth Rogen's just standing there like, what?
and him and Miri talking about it later. They're like, did Lester show you the double Dutch rudder? I know. That's
Kid's a
genius. Oh Lord.
All good time,
Oh.
sir. All good time.
All good time. All good time.
Seriously, I need to I seriously need to watch Muse and all of his movies and like just mimic him.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Could you imagine me walking around here like Muse?
Well, they were talking about it in something I was watching the other day about the first time. It was in Comic Book Man. They were talking about the first time they met Muse, or the first time Kevin met Muse.
Yeah.
And they were watching him, come into this like arcade, and he was filleting everything in the area like badly. And he comes up to an asteroid machine and he can't fillet it. So he's like, "What do I do?" He basically starts humping it and like play licking the ball to it, or whatever. He's like, and that's on this week's Comic Book Man. So
Jay and Silent Bob.
there's
you know
a
what?
guy that
You know
brings him an asteroid
You
machine
could dress-
and tries to sell it.
You know what?
to him.
You can dress up as Jay. He can dress up as Silent Bob, and and me, I'll dress up as Brody.
It's overdone and overplayed. Like if
Yeah.
I was gonna do it now, I would wear a hockey jersey.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all he does.
yeah.
And
I need-
Jay's
Yeah. Well,
kinda
Jay's
cool.
actually got his hair
yeah,
back
he
again.
grew his hair back, so I have to.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
think my hair grows that fast.
No.
Well, I was about
On
to
my
say,
head.
man, we can get you a
Get you a
wig.
blonde wig. Some
Yeah.
hair extensions.
Yeah, like a light,
Girl, get you a
like a
wig
light,
going
like a light
on.
brown, like a light brown wig. Yeah, light brown wig with a ponytail, and me, I'll just dress up as Brody, and I'll have a secret stash shirt on.
You gonna do Brody or you gonna do Banky?
I won't do
Banky
Banky.
Edwards. Oh.
I'm not gonna do Banky.
You Tracer.
Dude, I'm not gonna do Banky because I act more like Brody. Because I act more like Brody than I do Banky.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because Brody. I mean, honestly, no
Fill
freaking
this
way.
with Coke,
Dante
no
and
ice.
Randall slapped you guys with a restraining order.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna abide by the laws, or are you gonna go Bandit Reynolds style? Judge says if we go within 30 feet of the stores, we get tossed in county. You know what they make you do in county? Toss the salad.
Wow.
I know. We just went there.
That's part of the Jersey trilogy.
Yeah,
That's
the
not-
Jersey
it's
5
not
trilogy.
an Anise Wilson. Oh, well, they considered.
I know.
Amy
I
to be
know.
the
It's
end of it.
that's what they call it. I know. It's just they mentioned it, it's just Kevin Smith mentioned it one time. He's like, "This is the 5th film
Of the Jersey
in the Jersey trilogy." I mean, first they had Clerks, then they had Mallrats,
And
then
Chasing
Chasing Amy, and then they had
Then Dogma, which really didn't
Dogma.
have. Well, I was going to say it didn't have
had
much
Jay
to
and
do with
Silent-
New Jersey, but it does.
it
have
had
to do
Jay
with
and
New
Silent
Jersey.
Bob, and
I love Dogma.
and then after that they had
I think Dogma's
Jay
the
and
one that
Silent
got me hooked.
Really?
Jay and Silent
think
Bob
so.
Strike Back, and then they had
Strike
Clerks
Back got me
too.
hooked, and then I went.
Strike Back as well.
I'm one of those people.
Well, I
who
saw
saw-
Dogma before I saw.
Strike Back.
I saw them really way out of order. Like I'm the guy who goes and sees Strike Back and doesn't know anything about the previous 4 films, and then I had to watch them all to get caught
Well,
up afterwards.
Chronologically,
I think it went Dogma. For me, it went like Dogma, Clerks 2. No. I lied.
Couldn't have been.
No, I lied. I actually saw Mallrats first, but I didn't realize that was part of
the Jersey.
Yeah, I saw Chasing
Jersey
Amy
Trilogy.
years
Yeah.
ago because I was watching HBO late
Yeah.
night one night, and I was like, Ben Affleck falls in love with a lesbian. This could be good.
Yeah.
This could be good, folks.
But I guess I didn't really know that it was part of the whole world until later, and I guess I don't know.
Oh my gosh. But Chasing Amy. I remember. Okay, my first one was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. That was my first one, and then after that, I watched Dogma, and then I watched. Let's see, what was that? Oh, Jersey Girl really doesn't count because it
It's
wasn't.
one of my favorites, though.
Well,
It's probably my second favorite
Well,
of his movies.
and then after I watched Dogma, I heard about Clerks having Jay and Silent Bob in it, and I wanted to see it because it had Jay and Silent Bob in it, and they weren't the primary characters, but yet I watched it anyway and was hooked because of Dante and Randall, because I remember Dante and Randall from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They were in the beginning.
Utilitarian church.
Yeah, Unitarian Church where you two got married to each other, and he says you're the and you're the
stormtroopers.
butch. I'm the. Well, if we were gay, that's the way I'd
Hey,
see
Shawn, is that a Bible?
it. Hey, the holy
F***ing
Bible,
In
son.
Bible, sir.
But
Ethan Souffle.
oh yeah, but When Clerks 2 was coming out, I was like, I'm gonna watch this opening night. Went there Friday night to watch it. No one was there. No one was there.
When I went to see Clerks 2 and when I went to see Zack and Miri, there was like very few people in the theater.
Well,
Kind of makes me sad.
I know.
Zack and Miri, that was hilarious.
Zack and Miri was awesome. I don't know why more people didn't flock to it.
And then I saw Red State on the opening tour before anyone else saw
I watched it online.
I saw it months before anyone else saw it. So.
I saw it online, and dude,
So
it was crazy.
And we're gonna go see Super Groovy cartoon movie together.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that.
Wait.
Oh.
Meh.
Bring me biscuits.
What was that, Nate?
That's the Taylor Swift. That's the Taylor Swift scream.
I know what it is.
Got me like.
We're not supposed to be talking about this.
Okay, but that's a preview. It's a sampler. That's a sampler platter.
So stay tuned for funny things coming from the Great Chaos Podcast.
Yes, stay tuned.
Studio.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Entertainment Studios.
We have a chaotic entertainment system. Y'all didn't know?
Yeah.
CES.
CES.
You heard of NES? Well, we have a CES.
CES. Yes. 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 We have a CES more than an NES.
Join the chaos.
Yes. Join the chaos.
Because
But-
chaos ensues.
But anyway, guys, we've been going for quite some time. I feel like we should cut it off here for the moment. But anyway, my name is Nathan Hamilton.
I'm Shawn Duke, 12-inch Kung Fu grip.
Oh, Canada!
More previews of things to come, ladies and gentlemen. And over there on our right, that is
Jesse Giles.
Jesse James. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. And if you're still listening to this,
That's all, folks.